Now everybody know what time it is, man. It's your favorite radio host, your favorite player partner, Mr. Funkadelic Jones in the building. If you don't know, now you know. I'm just taking over your airways, one radio station at a time. For all my listeners out here, man. Hey, you guys keep listening to me, man. You guys tune in on Apple Podcasts for all my iPhone users. Spotify for just anybody that's on Spotify, man. And everybody that's on my social media platforms, y'all already know every social media platform, TikTok, X, Facebook, everywhere. It's your boy Funkadelic Jones, man. Everywhere, man. I'm out here though. You dig what I'm saying? But we gotta get into today's word, today's ghetto gospel, man. It's brought to you in part by me. You know what I'm saying? So let's get down to business, man. First things first. I was thinking about this the other day, right? And in the back of my mind, it really say that, nothing really lasts forever. You know what I mean? And I'm going to take a page out the New Generation book when they just said you had to be there, right? And all you can do now is you can just look at the good times, the memories. I mean, nothing is supposed, well, certain things, but a lot of things in life don't last forever. You know what I mean? But you gotta realize, understand, you just had to be there. Like, prime example, the Bulls dynasty. Oh, Michael Jordan is great. But Michael Jordan's going to get old eventually. Tom Brady finally retiring. He was going to get old eventually. The Lakers Showtime dynasty. It was going to come to an end eventually. And when you look at certain friendships that you have, you gotta realize that some friendships just have expiration dates on them. You know what I mean? Some just have expiration dates. And truth be told, some of them just don't need to be renewed. You know what I mean? Some of them really don't need to be renewed, or some of them just once y'all come to an end, that's it. But I tell people like this, right? There's people that's going to always come into your life for different reasons, right? There's people that's going to come into your life as a blessing, and there's going to be people that's going to come into your life as a lesson. Some people going to come in your life for a reason, and some people going to come in your life just for a season. So, I mean, that could be anything, right? Somebody can come into your life and make a big impact. Meanwhile, you got somebody come in your life for like 3 months, y'all cool. Then months later, y'all stop talking to each other. It happens. Some things are moments, some things are temporary, some things are permanent. But the one thing I would say is this. I've noticed that I've lost a lot of people. And again, I didn't lose a lot of friendships that I had with people because of like something bad happened. But when you weed certain people out, you notice that certain people are only around you for a reason, right? Certain people are only around you for a reason. Not everybody's around you because they genuinely want to be around you. They only around you for what you have. You get what I'm saying? For what you have. And it's crazy to think about that, you know what I mean? Because I knew people that some people only liked me because I had a car, right? Before I got a car, certain people didn't even look my direction. But the moment I started driving, now everybody want rides. Everybody want to go certain places. I started hearing more wheeze, right? I started hearing more wheeze and stuff like that. Cause I remember I bought my first car back in 2015, right? 2016, 2015. You don't know how many we's I started to hear. What we eating for lunch? Who is we? Calling you up for rides. I remember when I first got my car. Now, mind you, I lived down the street from my first job, right? Down the street. And some of my coworkers lived in the area. I literally had one coworker, right? We was cool. We talked when we was at the job. But mind you, she lived up the street from me. But just imagine she only wanted me around because of what I had. I'm talking about calling me at 9:30 in the morning. Can you take me to work? It's my day off. We ain't cool like that. We not dating. I'm on my day off again. It's like 6:30 in the evening. Can you pick me up and take me home? Again, it's my day off. Mind you, we not dating. We not cool. You're not my work wife. None of that. We just co-workers. But yet, you're calling me on my day off. Because again, now it's like what? Because of what I have. I've had a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people. Then again, this is why I always tell people, like, this is why I don't do a lot of favors for people. I don't do a lot of favors because favors, like, once you give somebody an inch, they gonna keep taking a mile. And they gonna keep taking a mile. They gonna keep taking a mile. They gonna keep going. They gonna keep going. They gonna keep seeing what they can get out of it, out of the situation. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really do a lot of favors. And then on top of that too, when I do help people out, most of my help be genuine. And that's why me personally, sometimes I don't like to ask. You know what I mean? I take my losses, I take my L's, I try to figure them out. If I put myself in a hole, I gotta dig myself out of it. But the thing I would tell people is this: I don't like asking a lot of people for help. Not saying it's a pride and ego thing, but I don't like asking a lot of people for help because it's gonna come back to haunt me eventually, right? Because I can help somebody 1,000 times, right? I can help somebody 1,000 times. And never, I can help somebody 1,000 times and never ask for no type of repayments, none of those type of things, right? But the moment I ask for help for somebody one time, they hold that over top of my head. That's why I sit back and say, nah, I'm cool. And somebody, nah, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Don't even worry about it. Nah, I'm cool. Don't even worry about it. Because now they holding it over top. Now they holding it over top of my head. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, like I helped you out, no problem. But then again, you got to realize that everybody's not going to be as genuine as you are. And I get it. And I understand. I'm not mad about that situation. But you got to just know, people only keep you around for a certain reason. And prime example, like when I got my car was their reason. Everybody wanted rides. Like literally, now out of the blue, everybody wanted to ride. Everybody was coming out the woodwork. Can you pick me up? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that? All that. You know what I mean? Hey, I get off at 8:30 and all that. Now, I don't mean to tell certain stories, but this was the benefits of living close to certain people. Because having a car and living close to certain people, they see that as an opportunity. They like, oh, you at work today? Nah. Hey, I get off at such and such. You know what I mean? I would literally have somebody call me in the morning. Hey, can you take me here? Can you take me here? Like, I literally dedicated my whole day off one time and was literally chauffeuring somebody around. And again, I'm over here being nice. I'm being nice. I'm chauffeuring them around everywhere because they got to run errands. I'm being nice. And you know what's so funny though? Now, mind you, me and somebody, we got a mutual friend. It's so funny that I helped out somebody one time, and that mutual friend looked me in my face, looked me in my eyes and said, you know they're not gonna do the same for you, right? But in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, I already know this, but that says a lot coming from somebody else. That basically tells me about you without me. That tells me a lot about you. If your friend gonna sit there and say, "Oh, you doing all this for them, but you know they're not gonna do this for you," right? So that tells me what? That you're just that type of person. Cool. Understand this. One thing about me now is my hands are debt free. Besides the debt that I have, that I gotta pay off, my debt as far as like certain people, I don't have no debt. I don't have no ties to people. I don't owe anybody. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have no debts tied. Oh, people don't realize and understand. People don't realize, understand this, is at this point in life now, I look at this and I ask this question. What value do you bring to my life? If you're just leeching on me, because of what I have, understand this. I can detach from you and I'm gone. Me and people stop talking just because of the simple fact that we had no falling out. Because at the end of the day is that they were benefiting off of me. Anytime they hit me up, it was because they wanted something. Literally, they wanted something. I had somebody hit me up and ask them, can I get, like, I had somebody hit me up outside of family. Like, family, if I got it, you good. As if I got it and I'm straight, you good. I'm gonna make sure you straight. But I'm talking about friends. I'm not talking about family members. Even though family members asking for money, but that's a different story. But I got friends that will literally, they would take Uber places. I'm sorry, not take Uber places, but they would ride with somebody somewhere. Mind you, do y'all not know the cardinal rule? When you ride with somebody, you are on their time, which basically means it don't matter if you ready to go. If they not ready to go, that sounds like a personal problem. But literally, I had somebody who did that before. Like they went to a kickback or something like that, and they was ready to go. And you know what they doing? They hit me up. Can I give them some money to get in an Uber? You roll with your friend. You know y'all was gonna be there late. That sounds like a personal problem. You know, I've heard a lot of wild things in life, man. Especially with people, like, it's so easily to detach from people because, like, once they realize they can't get nothing else from you, they no longer need you. That's why it's so easy to detach. That's why it's so easy for me to detach to certain people. It's not everybody. But there's a lot of people that I've encountered to where only thing that they want from me is, like, as long as it's benefiting them, right? Like rides, money, something. It's benefiting them in some type of way. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I always say now, it's all love. It's all good. I'm not tripping about it. You know what I mean? It's all love. It's all good. You know, if we stop talking, I wish you nothing but the best. At anybody, I wish them nothing but the best. Which brings me to my next conversation of, this has to be one of the most weirdest things I hear on a day-to-day basis. Now, I'm big on accountability. If I mess up in life, that's on me. I got to hold myself accountable. If I spend money and I know I ain't got it, that's on me. You know, like, that's on me. I messed up on that. But when people, like, accountability, like, I need people to hold themselves accountable just like they try to hold me accountable in life. You feel what I'm saying? Prime example. The one thing that gets on my nerves, but no, scratch that. Before I get started with what I'm about to say, mind you, if you know you are doing your part, in the friendship, you have nothing to worry about. All right? If you know you are doing your part in the friendship, meaning you trying to look out for, if you know, let me see if I can reword this right. If you know you are doing your part in the friendship, meaning you always looking out for them, you always checking on them, like everything, and nothing is being reciprocated, you walking away from that friendship, you're not in the wrong. You're good. You shouldn't feel bad. You should not feel bad. If you walk away from that friendship and you gave the friendship everything, I'm talking about you looking out for them, good, everything. When they was down, you picked them up, all that. Because mind you, you got to realize some friendships, they're just not going to reciprocate. They're not going to reciprocate. You're doing everything and getting nothing. That's a friendship that you can walk away from and be like, yo, I'm good. You gotta remember, I've done that with a lot of people. I've done that with a lot of people, and I feel great. I don't feel bad that we don't talk no more. You feel me? I don't feel bad that we don't talk no more, because understand this, if I look at everything that I gave to you, and I got what in return? I don't ask for nothing. You know what I mean? I don't ask for nothing, but at the same time, it should be automatic. Maybe I'm expecting too much for it to be all. Maybe I'm expecting reciprocation to be automatically given. But you gotta understand, I'm able to detach from people and I'm free from people because at the end of the day, once I see I've given a lot and I'm getting nothing in return, I can move on skate free. You dig what I'm saying? And again, the same rules apply for when I'm at jobs. It's the same thing. If I'm giving 100%, come to work on time, dedication, and all I'm getting is a pat on the back or, hey, thank you. When it's time for me to go, I'm not going to feel bad that I'm leaving this job because I've given the job all I had. And the job did what? They didn't invest. Like, if you're not going to invest in me, why am I going to continue to stay here and invest in y'all? So it's the same thing. It's the same thing like friendship. Why would I keep investing in this friendship if I'm giving a lot and I'm getting probably either little to nothing at all? It's time for me to move on. Which brings me to my next point is this. Is when you're in that position, right? When you're in that position, when you give a whole lot and you get probably little to nothing at all, don't feel bad about it. All right? You can walk away from that situation. But what really grinds my gears is what I'm about to say. I'm big on accountability. I take a lot of L's in life. I do. I take my L's proudly in life. And I hold myself accountable. Because at the end of the day, I'm at fault for it. So I got to take that L and move on. But what I'm tripping on is I don't like when people hit me up, right? I don't like people hit me up telling me what I'm not doing when they're not doing the exact same thing. That to me has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in life. At this point, I don't even respond to those messages no more. At first I did, but now I don't respond to those messages. Prime example is this. I don't like when people hit me up and tell me when I'm not doing, meaning like, you stop calling me and you stop texting me and you stop reaching out and you stop doing. They're telling me everything that I'm not doing. Okay, cool. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I would be in the wrong if I'm the only one that's not doing these things. Mind, if somebody's reaching out to me and it's not being reciprocated, they have the right and entitled to feel how they feel. But if you're reaching out to me and telling me I stop hitting you up, if you reach out to me and telling me I stop talking to you, I start reaching up, I start reaching out to you, if you telling me everything that I'm doing, right? Oh, you stop, you don't call me, you don't do this, you don't. If you're telling me all those things, and then I sit back if I sit back in my thinking chair and be like, wait a minute, so she's telling me that I'm not reaching out to her, I don't talk to her, I don't call her, I don't do none of these things. I gotta sit in my thinking chair and really realize that when was the last time you called me? When was the last time you text me? When the last time you reached out to me? So don't sit here and throw this on me saying and tell me what I'm not doing, try to make me say, oh, then I do need to be accountable because I haven't been reaching out, I haven't called you, I haven't did none of those things, right? But if I turn and look at the globe, if I spin this globe one time and say, but I don't see no effort on your side. So basically what you're telling me is, because I hear this a lot from ladies though. A lot of ladies will hit me with that. A lot of ladies will hit me with what I'm not doing. But you got to ask yourself, what are you doing? And see, that's what I said. Me personally, I don't do tit for tat. I'm not a tit for tat type of person. I don't sit here and be like, oh, well, she ain't reaching out to me, I'm not reaching out to her. No, it ain't got nothing to do with tit for tat. You know what it got something to do with? The simple fact that I'm sitting there looking like, damn, I've given this person a lot. and they do little to no reciprocation at all. Why am I gonna keep reaching out to this person? Every time they call me, they want something. Literally, every time they call me, they want something. Yes, I've dealt with people that literally call me because they want something. So if you only called me because you want something, and I'm talking about literally, I already knew that they wanted something because literally they started the conversation the same way. They will always butter me up, and then they go ahead and ask the favor that they want. They might start and be like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Everything's cool? I agree. They kind of like breeze through that, kind of just like to break the ice. Listen, I need this. Can you do this for me? Can you do this? Can I have this? Can I do that? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, but yet that same person that do that be the main one that be on my phone telling me, you stop calling me, you stop reaching out, you stop doing this. And you understand, See, that's a valid reason to cut somebody off. Not even I don't cut nobody off, but to kind of just distance myself. Be like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't got to worry about that. But anybody that does feel like, oh, I don't hit them up no more. Like anybody that feels like I don't hit them up no more, or I don't call them, or I don't check on them, ask yourself this question. Do you do the same towards me? If so, you got every right to say what you say. But before you get on my phone, before you come to me and tell me what I'm not doing, you better make sure your part is up to par. Meaning, you always reaching out to me first. You always calling me first. I'm just saying, before you get on my phone and tell me what, and you telling me what I'm not doing, you better be up to par. Meaning like, damn, I'm like, it's supposed to have me sitting there thinking like, damn, they do always call me. They did reach out to me. I don't reach. If you got me thinking like, damn, I don't reach out to them. Damn, they don't call. Like, damn, I don't call them. Now, mind y'all, I'm going to be real with y'all on this show. I'm going to be 100% G with y'all. There's probably one person that I probably don't ever reach out to first. Somebody have already told me that they said, somebody have told me, they was like, look, like, oh, you don't reach out to me, you don't call me. And I have my reasons why. And it's not because they was asking me for money or nothing like that. Nah. I don't reach out to them because every time I get on the phone with them, it's always something. They have me on hold for 15, 20 minutes. I just hang the phone up. Every time I call them, it's like everybody else got their attention more than me. You know what I mean? They not giving me attention because everybody else got their attention. So that's why I tell them, you call me when you free. That's why I don't call them. I'm like, you call me when you free. You're not gonna have me sitting on hold for 20 minutes. I'm gonna just hang the phone up. Cause there's no in the world. Why am I sitting on hold for 20 minutes while you talk to whoever you talking to? Simple as that. But at the end of the day, come to me correct. I think that has to be the wildest thing. The wildest thing, that has to be the wildest thing ever for people to come to me and say what I'm not doing. Oh, you stop talking to me. Oh, you don't call me. You know what's crazy? How about this? Instead of coming to me and saying, oh, you stop talking to me, you stop calling me, you stop reaching out, and because you don't do that, I don't do that. Instead of trying to do this whole tit for tat thing, because I'm not going tit for tat with nobody, but instead of doing that, how about you say like, damn, it's been a minute since we talked. We need to catch up. Damn, like we used to talk all the time. Like we need to give. You hear how I keep throwing we in the situation? I'm not because at the end of the day, both of us are in the wrong. Like I haven't heard from you in a while. You haven't heard from me in a while. How about we try to come up with a solution? I'm gonna be real with you. As an adult, you don't need to talk to me every day. This is not high school. You understand? This is not high school. I understand in high school, if you don't talk to your friend for like 2 days, that automatically triggers like, oh, we're not cool no more. We're not like, bro, we are adults. I don't have to talk to you every day to know that we still cool. I'm still out here living my life. Life already hard as is. But if you want to talk, if y'all want to talk, I'm not hard to find. You get what I'm saying? But if you looking at it from a tit for tat thing where it's just like, well, you don't call me, so I ain't gonna call you. If that's how you're looking at it, great, cool, whatever floats your boat. But if you want to reach out, if you genuinely reach out to me, you know where to find me at. You feel what I'm saying? You know where to find me. But instead of doing this, oh, you stop doing it. How about like this? Damn, we haven't spoken in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, damn, we haven't spoken in a minute. It has been a while. Man, we need to connect more. Instead of using you, I'm using we. I'm not going to be like, well, since you said I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me. That's just back and forth, tit for tat. We are not goddamn teenagers. If you trying to do something, figure it out, right? And before I get about it, it was a quote that actually somebody that I was talking on the phone said. They said, look, I'm tired. They said, I'm tired of people doing that tit for tat. They said, if you miss somebody, just call them. Just text them. I said to myself, that if it was all that simple, if you miss somebody, call them. If you're thinking about somebody, text them. It's too many ways now for communication. If you ain't got somebody's number, you follow them on social media, right? You follow them on Instagram, get their number, and y'all speak. This is not rocket science, man. But anyway, some people make it harder than what it is. It's your man, Funkadelic Jones. I'm signing out here, y'all. Ooh-wee. I'm gone.